Hiro Mashima has given us some very interesting news involving the series of Fairy Tail and a possible sequel to even plans after the end of the series. Now, this is all coming from Hiro Mashima's Twitter, and nothing has been fully concrete yet, but I do want to give that to like what we got told so far about Hiro Mashima, and also as well some of the stuff that's been involving with the Dragon Cry movie, and also a little bit more stuff and all that he's going to be talking about for a while. Now, also as well, we had to say as well that definitely how they're going is that they're saying the manga is going to try and end around volume 63. That's where it is. That's where it's slated in at the moment. That could change, maybe one extra volume or something, but it seems like they are practically to the ground, to the smallest, finest details, ending very, very soon and all that. Like, even under 14 chapters, that could be, like, the potential and all that we have right now. Whereas, like, this is going to be ending, like, even maybe we got about, like, 16 chapters or so left and all that, depending, like, it's, like, 10 chapters per volume. And Hiro Mashima on his Twitter actually went and regarded the future of the Fairy Tail franchise, and he's posting all that, as I'll read it like verbatim and all that, and saying like, even though the original manga is ending, I don't think Fairy Tail is done just yet. I have a lot of plans, so please look forward to them. He definitely wants to continue the franchise, and how like he's always talked about it, like where he's like, after Fairy Tail, he wants to do something new. He wants like a change, like from what he's talking about. Like even after like the 63rd volume's coming out, he's like he wants to work on new stuff already, and he's excited about starting on these new works. And he also wants to like tell a new story with a bunch of worlds. Now, whether or not that, well, in fact, it's going to be in a new world, because if people don't know, Brave and, like, also as well Fairy Tail take place in the same universe, although they're not on the same planet or anything, so maybe that might be the same thing that we're going to be doing this time, or maybe it's, like, on a separate part of, like, the continent, like, I don't know, but I think, if anything, if he does this next series, like, where however it may be long or all that, I think he just generally wants a fresh slate. He's like, I want something new. I want to do something different. I think a lot of people want to, like, just me to do a sequel or do, like, something like that, since it is his most popular work. Financially speaking, it would probably be the best idea for him to make a sequel, like Boruto. It's like, okay, like, let's just go straight in, albeit, though, man, like, we know, especially with Kishimoto is only tiny bit involved in the, like, in the whole process of Boruto. The fact of the matter is that, like, like, a lot of people just want to see the continued adventures of Natsu, but even still, I think a lot of people wanted to see, like, what happens, like, after the end of Fairy Tail, when, like, Natsu and everyone grows older, and that maybe we pass this towards the next generation. Like, this is something that we want to see, and I honestly, like, as much as I know the fact that it fucking absolutely sucks, and, like, I talked as well, even after finishing Dragon Cry last night, I felt like very like this really like I was like I'm having such a good feeling watching this movie, and it was like after kind of seeing like finishing it in the cinema, I finally kind of realized where it's like, now that the series is going and it's closer to going, I don't want that hole in my heart to leave. Like, whereas like I don't want this like like to finally go. I'm still really enjoying the ride, but I feel like as well, like, maybe it's not the right time to do, like, a sequel, or I feel like a lot of series are already doing it, and I feel like Fairy Tail doesn't need to do that, to be fair. And I'm like, as much as it would be cool, I want to see at least, like, like, who got together, and, like, the children and stuff like that, and, like, whether or not they became Fairy Tail mages, or if they started their own lives afterwards of this final arc. I want to have an epilogue, at least. I don't know if I want a full sequel series, though. I feel like that's just how personally I am, because a lot of times from what we've seen with sequel series and all that, they're normally not being handled by the producers and like the creators like that. It's normally being handled by like PR and stuff, and it's like, no, let's push this because this sells well. And I feel like I don't kind of want that like that. I feel like, even with all the Fairy Tail's problems and all that, I think that's one thing it definitely doesn't need. Is like, yeah, let's push more of that, because you can definitely see with like a lot of the content where a lot of it's going, let's get this a fan service because it sells well, and I feel like I'm already starting to see that with some of the like stuff that's coming out for it. So I kind of don't want to like have that like a whole series pretty much being made solely for that reason. So overall, on that, I am like excited the fact that there is a lot more in plan. Maybe, like, especially as well with the movie, there could be potential that, like, how they're going to say, we want to work on a season 3, we're going to be doing on that, and if people know and all that, I've talked about this already with the ending credits and all that, of Dragon Cry, and a bunch of material in that movie as well that heavily hints at that, where we could particularly call this, like, Fairy Tail, like, season 2.5 for the most part. That's what kind of like Dragon Cry is, whereas, like, it's in that in-between mark, like, taking place. So I'm excited for it, but then again, all that, I'm very much, like, eager and all that, waiting in. But then again, I would like to see what Hiro Mashima's next work would be. I want to see what he has in mind for that. Would he completely change genre? Will he actually, like he already is pretty much used to all that to, like, the Magic Action series. Would he actually try and do a fresh thing where he, like, maybe he might try and do something else, like maybe he might try and do, like, romance or something like that, or slice like, or whether or not he would do sci-fi or, like, something. I would be interested in all that. Like, he's always done the Magic series and all that. I would be kind of interested if he tries something else and all that, but we'll see what this brand new sequel will actually be, like, further down the road. But that's all from me, though, so thank you very much for watching as always, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys, though, next time.